You're not a game journalist. You're an activist. And you're irrelevant on top of that. Because at the end of the day, why does it take a 42-year-old dude in a baseball cap to be the freaking punk rock, the anti-establishment? I wanted to point out that after inviting Alyssa onto the show and her prompt rejection, once again, the author of this, I did follow up and ask her more questions because that's what a journalist does. And once again, I'm not a journalist, but I will gladly play one for you, right? And I said, my response to her was, that's unfortunate, but while I have you, I do want to give you the opportunity to answer a few questions. The questions I asked were, what is your personal relationship with Sweet Baby Inc. and its staff? Number two, why did you decide to cover this? What made it newsworthy for you? I also asked, why do you feel other legacy gaming media have yet to cover this pushback of Sweet Baby Inc. products? I also asked, do you personally believe those who would like to avoid Sweet Baby Inc. related products are racist, homophobic, and or transphobic? Do you feel the same about the members of the Steam community you wrote about? And then I followed up with, what are your thoughts on this X user's fact checks about your article? Are they accurate? If so, will you update your article to reflect this? And those are the two that I just showed a second ago, which was we just showed off with the ones from News Lobster over there. These two, I linked to those. I'm not expecting a response at all, but why would they respond? Why would that person respond? Because they've already done their job. They put out their piece. But some Norwegian guy over on Rumble came in with a $20 Rumble rant. Says, imagine if the gaming and film industry listened to Drinker, Side Scrollers, Nerdrotic, Gundam, Geeks and Gamers, Tyrone Magnus, Jack Sather, Dave Cullum, Comics Division, Johnny Law, instead of the SJWs with 0%, with zero real input. Here's the thing. Alyssa Mercante and Kotaku are irrelevant. They are non-existent in the media landscape. They don't matter. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, when Kotaku goes out of business, which it will go out of business, Alyssa Mercante, and the entire slew of journalists will be kicked to the curb, and they'll need to find a way to make a living. And they're not going to be able to. And let me tell you why. Because if they were good, they would have a YouTube channel and they would be surviving and thriving. But the reality is that they have to work for legacy media and hide under that umbrella and hide under HR rules and hide under the groupthink that is associated with this. Hide in the bubbles that they live in to validate their thoughts. Get other people to retweet them, to say, yes, Queen, yes, you're right. These are bigots. These are bullies. No, we're winning. You're irrelevant. You don't matter. And somebody needs to tell you that. Because at the end of the day, the people who are winning are the people on X, the people on YouTube, that some Norwegian guy just mentioned. And when you look at the voice that they have and the voice that you don't have compared to 10 years ago, you got to be shitting in your pants because you don't matter. And I will stand up on the fucking edge of a mountain and shout it. You're irrelevant. You over at Kotaku, you over at Polygon, all of you at IGN. I have friends at IGN. Why the fuck hasn't there been a story or an article written about this? That's pathetic. You're not a game journalist. You're an activist. And you're irrelevant on top of that. Because at the end of the day, why does it take a 42-year-old dude in a baseball cap to be the freaking punk rock, the anti-establishment of the video game industry? That's fucking sad. That's sad. You guys have done this to yourself. And at the end of the day, someday soon, you're going to be looking around and all you're going to have is your bubble. And that bubble is going to burst because you don't matter.